the people in South Sudan, I understand electricity access is about 10%, and you generate that with imported diesel. You stress the importance of clean electricity access. What is the most promising pathway in South Sudan to increasing electricity access among your population? What is the most promising pathway to do that? Which technologies and sources? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you once again. Let me also admit that the most interesting part of this conference or seminar is that we all have different ideas which we must embrace, but we equally have different priorities. What seemed to be a priority to me was a priority to somebody 50, 60, 70 years ago. And with that, I have to live within my means so that I achieve that priority, because if I jump the gun, I may not achieve the other priority that I'm being told to achieve. Now, what is the best way to create an access to the bigger part of our population? Like I mentioned earlier, we would need resources. You will need resources for you to create renewable energy sources. Because in the absence of resources, it will be very difficult for you to create other sources. Number one. Number two, I did talk earlier of cooperation and investment from other partners, from other countries. That is basically to say, we have opportunity because we have rivers, we can create dams, we can create hydroelectric power. All we need is an investment. If somebody is willing, if somebody has the resources, we have the legal framework in place to do that. But as a government, our first responsibility is to make sure we exploit the resources that we have at hand. And what is that at the moment? What we have at hand now is fossil fuel. So what we are asking others to do is to say, come, invest, let's generate resources here, let's generate income. We use this money to develop other sectors. Let me give you a practical example. We have a refinery in one of the states, which is far from Juba. It is going to be a 10,000 barrels per day refinery. We started with 3,000. We finished the construction of the refinery. The operation is started. Then we were faced with another problem. We cannot evacuate the product because we have no road. So what did I do was to order the shutdown of the pipeline, of the refinery, because I cannot evacuate the product and my storage capacity is that limited that I cannot store it, I cannot continue to produce and store. So the best thing was to say, shut it down until we get a way and means to evacuate the product. Now, when somebody talked of, and this, I was with him in South Africa last year, somebody was saying, oh, you should stop importing cars that are, using fossil fuel. One of my friends who is sitting here was in Niger. He wanted to go to Chad. But there is no way for him to go to Chad. And they are neighboring countries. What did he do? He had to fly out of Niger to France. And then fly from France to Chad. And you only need 2 hours by land to be in Chad. Now, imagine I have an electric car, the battery gets finished on the way, and I have nowhere to charge it. What will I do? Maybe I can run to a nearby petrol station, get 1 jerrycan, put it in, and move me a kilometer. So that's why I was saying that what seemed to be a priority elsewhere may not necessarily be a priority in another location, but not because we don't want to accept that priority, but it's simply because someone, somehow, somewhere is ahead of us by some kilometers. And for us to walk to where that person is, we must also walk the same kilometers that somebody has passed through. Thank you so much.